Can you spot the difference between these? Yes, you should be right. The first one here, the coefficient of the second term is negative. The coefficient of the second term in this case is positive. And the one we worked with in the previous video are these kind of ones with a positive coefficient. So now how do we work with the ones with a negative coefficient? We will do a very simple approach. And let's see what we're going to do about it. So the first thing we do is to look for k, like we always do every time. So k is b over 2 multiplied by the square root of a. And remember, everything has to raise to the power of 2. And what is b? What is a? A is the coefficient of the first term. Since nothing is there, then a would be 1. B would be coefficient of the second term. This time around, not 4, negative 4. And we're looking for k, which we're going to put these two into this equation and see what we're going to get. So since we know b is negative 4, I'm just going to put it right there. And 2 multiplied by the square root of a. A in this case is 1. So we put 1 there and we square everything like we always do. So after doing this, what do we do next? We try to simplify this as much as we can. Now we do negative 4 over, now the square root of 1 is 1 and 2 multiplied by 1 would give me 2. And all of it will still raise to the power of 2. And negative 4 divided by 2, I believe that should be negative 2. Now all of it raised to the power of 2. And if I do negative 2 raised to the power of 2, you agree with me that the answer would be positive 4. Now I would like you to take a good care about this point because I'm going to refer to it later. And I would like to just put this in a box. We're still going to refer to this and I'll tell you why in the next few minutes. Okay, so let's go to adding this back to our expression. So our expression becomes m squared. Okay, take away 4m, then add 4 would be the expression. Now, how do we express this in a perfect square? Like normal, we are supposed to express it in the form of like x plus or minus a all squared, something like this. So how do we do that? Like we did for the previous one, we can do the same thing here. Like we did for the previous one, can always do the same thing. So how do we do it? The same idea. We find the square root of the first term, we find the square root of the last term, then we add them together. But there is a catch here. When we find the square root of a number, let's say 4, we always get two answers. Is either plus or minus 2. So you can't really get one answer because if I do negative 2 multiplied by negative 2, I'm going to get 4. And the other way around, I'm still going to get 4. So either of these two could be the answer. But in our case here, it's different. We only multiplied the negative to get the positive. We didn't multiply the positive to get a negative. So it's important that whatever we are doing here, we cannot get a positive answer. We have to get a negative answer. So because of that, when we are writing the square root of m squared, we are not going to be doing plus. We're going to be doing minus the square root of 4 because we know what gives us our 4 in this case is not positive, is negative. So it's important when the coefficient of m or the second term is negative, always know that this sign here will change from plus to negative and all square. So the square root of squared is m, the square root of 4 is 2. So all of it squared. You can pause the video and try to expand this. If you expand this one, you're going to get back to this question, and that will be our perfect square. We're still going to need this knowledge later when you are doing completed the square using equation, but right now this is our answer, the value of k.